It's crap he used to say all the time. Okay, guys. Now that I'm thinking about it, all right. Uh, Most of you all, I need to inform you that you are reading Dragonlance wrong. Okay? Believe it or not, there is no right way to read or jump into Dragonlance. The new books that are coming out, it's okay to start from there. All right? I thought about how I was introduced to Dragonlance, guys. Let me get my materials out here. Okay? Let me reaffirm that for anybody that doesn't understand what I'm getting at. Okay, hold on just a second here, guys. Make sure that I can be seen. If I can be seen, then I'm okay. All right. As long as I can still see that mic thing moving, we're all right. Like I said, guys, this was the first time that I ever saw Margaret Weis's name in print. I was not introduced to Dragonlance through the traditional means. I didn't even read the Chronicles sequentially. All right? I was introduced to the comic book. Okay? When I first saw Tasselhoff, I thought Tasselhoff was a girl. Tasselhoff's not a girl, obviously. He's got a top knot. But, like I'd said, my original exposure had come from the comic books. Okay? Same thing goes for the Magier brothers. Okay? For the longest time, guys, most of my reference, I got to thinking about back when I was first introduced to Dragonlance. And I've been a Dragonlance fan for 25 years, okay? That's not peanuts right there, man. That's a long time, all right? If you think about it. I've been a Dragonlance fan for 25 years. Think of, in context, somebody starting out. When I guess it was maybe about a month or two had gone by when I had seen those books. I had borrowed these comic books. Now, I didn't really know much about the books or novels themselves, okay? This was back in, I guess, 94? All right? 93, 94? This was the first book that I had purchased that had Raceland in it. Henry, when he had introduced me to Dragonlance, he had shown me this book. I had not really read through much of it. I had skimmed and scanned it, but like anything else, I did not have the complete context of, like, this is what happened in Autumn Night. This is what happened in Winter Night. This is what happens in Spring Dawning. It was not sequential, okay? So, my point is, guys, it's okay to jump into Dragonlance at any point, okay? It's okay. I'm going to get a copy of the new book. I'm going to read through it. Now, like I said, I've heard Margaret Weiss say it before. If I don't like something, I'm not going to read it. I'm the same way. It's okay to be discerning about what type of Dragonlance that you want to read. You don't have to pick it up from the classic end. You can pick it up from the Fifth Age end. Okay? You can pick it up from the recent one that they had a couple of years ago. Like I said, it's in various quality, but that's each to their own. Okay? It's just not for me. I'm a 2E guy. You know, I like a lot of the stuff that was produced in the early 90s. This right here is a very good book. Now, of these books right here, you will notice that a good portion of this, even the comic books, Margaret Weiss or Tracy Hickman initially did not really work on these. Okay? These books came out after they had left the company. The box set, okay? This thing right here, all right, they had very little input on it. One, it was gaming material, and two, they had already left the company. So, my point is, guys, you don't have to read Dragonlance in sequence. I think a lot of people, that's what's holding you back. Okay? You want to read this, I want to read this, and this, and this, and then you get about halfway through Chronicles, and you think, God damn, I don't want to sit and read all this fucking shit. This is taking forever. Excuse my language. But, I thought the same myself. And I've been a Dragonlance fan for 25 years. The approach to Dragonlance is that you approach it like a historical document. You may not be interested in certain aspects of the Old West. You don't give a flying fuck about gunfighters or saloons or any of that shit. You might be into like log cabins or old living or something like that, but it's a certain aspect of the Old West. You might like Jesse James. Some people think Jesse James is a dickhead. Dave Rudaball, Billy the Kid, anybody. you specialize in a certain area and you read up on them. Dragonlance is no damn different, okay? If people that like wrestling want to read about wrestling, or they want to, if they envision themselves as that wrestling archetype, that's what they start with. They start looking up stuff like Brothers Magier. If you're a Tasselhoff fan, okay, usually you'd buy anything that had Tasselhoff in it. So, with this, you'd get Wanderlust and Kindermore. Now, these were written by Murray Kirchhoff and Steve Winter. Steve Winter was the guy who basically helped develop Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition. I don't know much about Murray Kirchhoff and Steve Winter other than the fact that I've read a lot of their damn books. I haven't met either one of them. I don't know any of these people. I've spoken to Margaret Weiss on Twitter, but that doesn't mean that I know her. I never try to pretend to have a rapport with these people. My point, guys, you can pick and choose as a Dragonlance fan what you want to focus on. Some people hate Kinder, okay? They don't want anything to do with them. That's fine. You can look up Minotaurs. Minotaurs don't like Kinder, okay? Richard Knack, he's still to this day, he's a Dragonlance author. He writes tons of books about Minotaurs, okay? So, there you go. But you approach it from what appeals to you. And I did the same thing 25 years ago. I took Halloween night, 1994. I went in, after putting a Beavis and Butthead mask on, I went to the clerk and I asked the clerk at the desk, I said, you know about these? He goes, Dragonlance. He goes, we don't have these comic books anymore, man. These are out of print. We ain't had these in a long time. He goes, but I tell you what, we got the books back here. He took me to the back room. It might have been, I don't remember if it was a man or a woman. They took me to a back wall, and it was full of these. This one was the one that caught my eye. I'm going to get a print of this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it over on that wall. That's probably the last Elmore print that I'm going to get. So, I've bought a bunch of prints from Larry Elmore. His shipping is impeccable. Folks, while Larry is still with us, like I said, we're not getting any younger. Go get a print from the man. Go to his website and get a print. Okay? Impeccable shipping. I got all of mine signed. These are great. Oh. But anyways, guys, that's my little one jaunt, PSA jaunt about Dragonlance. Okay? There is no proper way to read Dragonlance. You can jump in at any point. Okay? You don't have to wait. I'm going to tell you right now that I've never made it all the way through Lord of the Rings with the book. And I know some people go like, that's sacrilege. Yeah, I only sat down and watched the fucking movie. I was familiar with The Hobbit. I was very familiar with The Hobbit. I read through The Hobbit. But as far as Lord of the Rings, I hardly got past maybe Bree. That was about it. I mean, that goddamn book bored me to shit. But like I said, it's beloved by many. And I've watched the movie, and I love the Lord of the Rings movies. I've got all three of them. A lot of people, they say, well, that's sacrilege. Well, like I said, think about something. When you're a little kid and you went and saw Star Wars, were you able to tell every little fucking canonical thing about Star Wars? Fuck no. You could tell somebody something about Luke, I am your father, or something like that. But other than that, you usually played Star Wars. You didn't know the characters. You didn't give a shit. I approached that last trilogy the same damn way. Okay, I was like a little kid. Didn't give a flying fuck. I enjoyed the movie for what the hell it was. So there you go. Okay. Now, it does matter to me that they do make if they were going to make another Dragonlance movie, to pay attention to the canon and detail, or at least pay attention to some consistency. Okay, like I said, guys, there's no wrong way to jump into Dragonlance. But there is certain ways and certain approaches to what you approach Dragonlance to, okay, with respect to the lore. Alright? There are many different aspects to that lore. There's different ways that they've told that lore. The short stories, all the editions of Dragonlance prove that. But it don't make it wrong. It just makes it different. That's it. Okay, guys. Here in just a minute, I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to get me a swat off my bowl, is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to get me something to drink. And we're going to hang out. I don't have any music, I don't think. I hope to God we're still rolling. Yeah, we're still toasting. Okay, I gotta make sure that thing's still bumping because every goddamn time I don't, boy, that son of a bitch just. Of course, I got a fan running in the background, so it shouldn't be too damn bad. But you know how that goes. It's always up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. It's the same old shit, different day. And it just depends, you know. It's one of them things. Oh, how do you like my new screen here? Look at this, guys. That's Tasselhoff. That's from, that's when he found the Dragon Orb, him and Fizban. Yeah, him and Fizban will end up in Sigil before too long. I guarantee you that. I'm taking him to Ravenloft. I'm taking him to Sigil. You bet your butt. You bet your butt. I'm a mad scientist. I'll be taking them to Sigil. You bet your butt. You bet your butt. I gotta find the son of a bitch. I can't remember what the hell it was. Wait a minute. Stop. Bet it is. God only knows what the hell happened to it. I'm trying to find my history thing. Hold on a minute. Of course, it's live. No, I don't think this will. It's old enough that I don't think it'll get anything yanked. I'm not monetized either. Everybody else is playing music on their fucking streams, so I don't see why I can't. Here we go. That was Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Well, Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Sailed so fast, burned his ass and shit all over the crew. Shit all over the crew, boys. Shit all over the crew. Shit all over the crew, boys. Shit all over the crew. My dirty little ditty.